voice down.
Hey guys, so currently I'm in the bathroom, just used the bathroom, but I just ended being in a procedure. So this patient was an older patient, postmenopausal, had signs of endometrial thickening. So they tried to do an endometrial biopsy in office, in clinic. It didn't work because they realized that her cervix was really stenosed. So they said today they were going to do a hysteroscopy with a dilation and curettage. When they went in, they were struggling because cervix was stenosed, but you know, they tried their best. And when they went in, they saw that she had polyps. So they ended up taking out the polyps, but what was interesting was that the patient didn't have any bleeding or anything like that, as far as like abnormal bleeding because of the polyps. So she had polyps and fibroids. So they went ahead and took out the polyps with this thing called, at first they were trying to use scissors to cut it, but it was so big that the surgeon was saying it was going to take forever to remove it. So they ended up using this thing called MyoSure, and like it's powered by water and it adds pressure and it goes like ding 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 ding, and it kind of like cuts it. So they did that, and then they ended up not doing the curettage. So yeah, it was pretty interesting, if I do say so myself. I find that the gyne surgeries are pretty interesting, or the gyne procedures are pretty interesting. The C-sections, not so much. Once the baby out, I lose interest.
In a quarter of a mile, exit right, as in rawr. Pretty good line, right?
Hey guys, I am literally so tired today. As I said earlier, was my last day of my OBGYN rotation. Our rotation technically ends on the 3rd, which is Friday, but my shelf exam is on Friday, as well as today is December 30th. So tomorrow's New Year's Eve, so we have that day off. Wednesday is New Year's Day, we have that day off. And Thursday should be a day to go back, but you always get the day before your shelf off. So that's why I'm off. Today was good. I did a presentation on oral contraceptives. My presentation was the last one. It went really well. I'm really happy. The director, as well as the other students in my cohort, said that my PowerPoint, my presentation was very entertaining. So that's great. Also, today I saw one, the minor strategy that I talked about earlier. And then we also had to like go through like our evaluations, things of that nature. So it was like today, it was just very long. Like I didn't leave the hospital until like 5 something, almost 6 p.m. I took an Uber because I could not be bothered. So yeah, and then I came home at 8 and I'm really tired. Like I was trying to finish reviewing NBME number 6 for OBGYN, but I'm too tired. Like I reviewed half of it, but I'm exhausted and I just want to lay down. I just want to sleep and then start start afresh tomorrow because like I've just been so drained. Like I feel like this rotation has been so hard to study because like I'm just so tired, like every day waking up early and then going. So yeah, but by God's grace, everything will go fine. I really do believe everything will go fine. So yeah. Hey guys, happy New Year's Eve. Oh my goodness, I look crazy. But today is New Year's Eve. It's about 10 something in the morning. I'm about to just go to the corner store really quickly. Hopefully it's open. To just buy some coffee creamer. It's probably gonna be super overpriced, but I'm desperate at this point. Today, church starts at 7. So the plan is when I get home to study up until like 5 p.m. 5 p.m. or so, like try to take minimal break, like maybe 10-15 minute breaks here and there, 20-minute breaks here and there, and then after that, you know, just continue to study, do all my practice, finish the UWorld practice questions because I have like 70 something of those left, and then I still have NBME number 6 to review. I was supposed to do 7 and 8 today, but I'll do 7 and 8 tomorrow because that will be 2 days before the exam, and then tomorrow is also New Year's Day, and tonight, you know, we have church and stuff like that, and I know we'll be at church for a long time maybe, but I would rather just wake up tomorrow morning and just do it, and then it's gonna be kind of one of those things like, you know, we're gonna see what we know. Today as well, I plan to, is it open? Oh, it is open. So tomorrow, what I do plan to do, I mean, today also what I do plan to do is I plan to do a word blurb for myself. Meaning like where I write out everything that I know out. They don't have coffee creamer? I write out everything that I know out from my head. So yeah. They don't got no coffee creamer. I mean they do, but they only have the powdered one. Powdered one is $6. You guys, sorry, like this is how my brain works. My goodness gracious, this is expensive. Okay, well. Okay, bye guys. Happy New Year, everyone. Sorry, my mirror is dirty, but I'm on my way to church. It's 7:10, so let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Welcome back to the vlog.
I do not want you to rush and sing on the song. I want for you to sing the song with understanding. So please do not rush.
Hey guys, Happy New Year first off. Well, technically right now it is 12:26 in the morning, so now it's January 2nd instead of January 1st. But I'm still going. I'm trying to finish reviewing this NBME before I go to bed, and then wake up tomorrow as my last day of studying before this shelf exam. I'm trying not to be worried about it, but like I feel like with OB, like there's a lot of things in it that it's like some things can be like present very similarly, so you have to like get the little bits and bobs and pieces to like match it up. But yeah, I'm tired. I did 2 NBMEs today, like together back to back. So yeah, it's really giving. I'm tired, but I have to push through. I'm trying. I'm looking rough. Like I've had coffee like 2 times today. Like I'm just trying to review. Like right now I'm on question 22 out of 50. I'm trying to like review until 30 and then shower, so that maybe when I shower, it'll wake me up and I can review the last 20. Then I could go to sleep. Because one thing I don't want is to have to carry this over into like when I wake up, because that's gonna eat away from my time of like doing my other stuff for review that I want to do, which I'll try and make sure tomorrow I let you guys know what I want to do. So yeah. Hey guys, so I'm back. It is currently 2:16 a.m. January 2nd. I know earlier I said, like maybe like 2 hours ago, I said, oh, when I get to question number 30, where I was reviewing, I'm gonna shower and then finish. But I just decided to power through, and I'm gonna go and shower and go to bed. But before I do that, so I did today NBME 7 and NBME 8. NBME 7, I got 34 out of 50, so that equated to 68%. And then NBME 8, I got a 36 out of 50, which was a 72%. So let's try and do the calculations. Like if it was just like out of 100 questions, because I did them back to back anyway, right? So 36 plus 34 is 70. So 70 over 100 is 70%. So, I mean, at this point, that's all right with me. That is all right with me. I'm going to shower and I'm going to go to bed. By the time I get to bed, like, let's be real, it's about to be 3 a.m. I don't know what time I'm gonna wake up, because I said I was gonna wake up at 7:45, but I don't know what I think that I'm doing. I might have to push that joint to like 9. But thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, because I was struggling. Hey guys, so today is Thursday, January 2nd. It's the day before my OBGYN shelf. Right now it is currently 1:54 in the afternoon. This morning was a bit of a slow morning for me. Last night I went to sleep at like 3 in the morning, and then this morning I was fighting with my alarm. I basically didn't get out of bed until like 10. I had breakfast. I was talking to my mom and stuff like that. And like she's at work, and I had like a whole like 1 hour conversation with her. And I was like talking on the phone as well. So it's like now that I've actually started like reviewing, or shall I say studying. Right now I'm watching the Dr. Tim OBGYN shelf review. And I remember yesterday how I said like I wanted to kind of do like a brain dump or things of that nature. But what I found is that I could actually kind of low-key be doing the brain dump with this this review, because it's like he does questions, and then through it, as I'm reading the questions that I'm answering it, I'm also like thinking to myself, okay, like what are the factors for these things? How can I describe this? Like, what is that? So for example, like the hypertensions, right? In pregnancy. So we have chronic hypertension, right? So that could have been that is usually diagnosed before 20 weeks of pregnancy, right? So at that point, the patient may have already had a history of hypertension, or now they find that the patient has hypertension, and that is before 20 weeks of pregnancy. Gestational hypertension is given after 20 weeks. They find that they have like, high blood pressure, like the 140/90 type of thing. And that's without proteinuria, right? And then we have preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is diagnosed after 20 weeks of pregnancy, right? So preeclampsia is diagnosed as blood pressure over 140/90, as well as proteinuria. And how do you check if they have proteinuria? You do the 24-hour urine protein collection, and they should have 300 milligrams or more of protein in the urine over the 24 hours. And then we have preeclampsia with severe features. So preeclampsia with severe features is preeclampsia again, right? But this time at this point, like the blood pressure is like really, really high. So it's like 160/110, like, or higher than that, right? And then they also have like other things. So they may have HELP syndrome, which is what is that? Hepatic elevated hemolysis. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The elevated liver enzymes, low platelets. Oh, hemolysis, and then the rest of what I just said. Y'all get it. Or they may also have neurological problems, visual problems. They might be complaining of like headaches, things of that nature. They have like, the thrombocytopenia, all of that. And then we also have eclampsia. So eclampsia, what's that? Eclampsia is like with seizures. So it's like preeclampsia, but then with seizures. But then with eclampsia, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to have proteinuria. But the main thing is seizures. So when someone has preeclampsia, when you find that out, now you have to give them magnesium sulfate as a seizure prophylaxis to prevent the seizures from happening, right? So like you kind of have to like, so that's what I've been doing. I'm like, okay, this is what he's talking about. Okay, let me just try to like narrow it down type of thing. And then, the different weeks for certain things. So like, if someone gets into labor and they're like preterm, right? So let's say it's like PPROM, so premature preterm premature rupture of membranes, right? So at this point, right, we have to think, okay, this is happening, PPROM is happening. Okay, what is the chances of also getting chorioamnionitis, right? So we have to think about that. We have to think about like the prophylaxis for that. So that's like Genta and ampicillin, right? But then if the patient is like, if the fetus is like 32 weeks, then like, you know, what can we give? We have to give magnesium sulfate for neuroprotection, to prevent cerebral palsy. We have to also do what is it called, the corticosteroids like beclomethasone for fetal lung maturity. And then we also have to do the antibiotics. If it's 34 weeks, then we have to do the steroids plus the antibiotics. If it's like 37 weeks at this point, then it's kind of like one of those things that you just give antibiotics, not the magnesium, and more likely than not the steroids, you know, and then you'll probably end up, you know, delivering. So, you know, so it's just, I've just been using that to kind of just like go through and kind of like as he's discussing. And right now I'm at this area where he's like differential diagnosis. So he's like, he puts one thing there. So the first one he put is postpartum dyspnea, right? So I paused it and I was like, okay, what could I think of that would have postpartum dyspnea? So then that would be pulmonary embolism as well as amniotic fluid embolism, right? So then he went on to say, okay, we have to think about like what happens with PE and amniotic fluid embolism. And at the end of the day, they kind of sometimes in the stems, they will sound the same. So I used to like get the questions wrong, but then you have to think, okay, the amniotic fluid embolism, that usually happens like right after the delivery. Whereas the PE usually happens, they give it like a delayed time. And then the amniotic fluid embolism will always present with like DIC or some sort of that nature. So it's just about doing all of that. So yeah, I'm only on like, it's an hour and 9 minutes long, and I'm only at 26 minutes, but that's because I've been pausing, I've been writing on my iPad, just kind of thinking it and then like throwing it out there and stuff like that. So I think this is a good like total review. So yeah, woohoo. Good morning. Today is Friday, January 3rd, and it's about 7:05 in the morning. I am walking to the train. Today is exam day. We're about to go, and by God's grace, by the grace of God, we're about to go and crush this OBGYN shelf, and then I'm going shopping after because I deserve it. But I am so excited. God is good. Like, clinicals has really been flying by. This has really been flying by so quickly. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I'm about to be in my third rotation. So yeah, it's literally so exciting. So yeah, so I'm headed to the 2 train now, trying to rest. So I'm about to be sitting on the train for like an hour, but it's okay. I'm just praying that people don't take too long. There's not train traffic, and we could just like really be zooming. So my test starts at 9 a.m. GPS says I should get there by like 8:35, but I'm sure, hopefully by God's grace, I'll get there a little bit earlier than that. The train is supposed to leave at 7:16, so I'm like booking it, trying to get there on time. So yeah. Guys, we're done. We're done. Oh, I didn't hit the button. We're done. think I may have overdid it. Hey guys, so today is, what day is today? Today is Saturday, January 4th. It's about 4 p.m., like 4:30, 4:40, 4:50. Hey, it's cool. Whew, I'm feeling the breeze now. Damn. I am heading to the train. I'm going to the Ivoirian restaurant again today, Yope City, on Arthur Ave. So I'm really excited to go eat at chicken. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's that for that. Let me hurry up and cross this road. But today has been great. As you guys can see, I'm kind of doing my hair right now. I'm still in the midst of doing it. Literally, the middle of my head is still not done. I've done the front, I've done the back, but I haven't done the middle. And you know how sometimes like you don't even realize how much hair you have on your head until you haven't done the middle. I'm like, bro, my goodness, I have too much hair. I don't even think the hair is enough. Like I have the Cuban twist hair, and it's the one with like 3 bundles in the pack, and I bought 2 packs of those. And like when I finished the front of my hair, I only had 1 bundle of the second pack left. Hey, no, but it's all good. We gonna make it work. We gonna have to make it work, because this is about to be my hair that I'm gonna have for psych, and it's my birthday hair, because I told myself, I'm trying to challenge myself that this year I'm going to get better at doing my own hair, and I know I could do it. It's just about having the time to do it, you know? You dig? All right, y'all, deuces. Guys, it's snowing again.